Hi, I'm Snez, personal trainer, healthy lifestyle coach, and your guide to feeling your best. This podcast is a segment from my weekly radio show, Wellbeing Wednesdays, broadcast live on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. It's all about sharing real, practical tips to help you move more, eat better, and live healthier without the overwhelm. Let's dive in, shall we? Welcome back to the show. So this week has been a big week with Easter, just enjoying the Easter weekend. And this may sound a little bit familiar to you. You've had the long weekend, you've indulged a little, and even though it was meant to be restful, you're now feeling a little bit blah. I've been feeling the same. You're bloated, you may be feeling sluggish, but you're feeling off track, a little bit disorganized, and somehow still exhausted. And that's been my experience as well. Easter's come and gone. And even though it was so restful, it was lovely to take that Friday off and then have the weekend and then still go, wow, and I've still got Monday. But now that Easter long weekend is over, we're flung straight back into work, into school runs, and into everyday chaos. And I found myself not having the ingredients, even though we were surrounded by so much food. It came to Monday and I was still scrambling to put together healthy lunch boxes for the kids, short of loading up their lunch boxes with chocolate, eggs. And so I thought, today's segment would be great to talk about resetting with a little bit of grace and lots of simplicity to get us back on board, because before we know it, we do have another public holiday coming about. So this isn't about punishing yourself for having chocolate. You're not terrible or bad or have done the wrong things. It's not irreversible. What we are is we're just human, and we celebrate with food. We have sometimes food. We have Easter celebrations. These things happen. And today I want to help you to reconnect with what helps you feel good again. And I think the biggest thing is just making sure that we know that that's now gone. And it's now time to step back into our routines, back into our healthy habits. And sometimes it's just about drawing that line in the sand and going, no, that was the weekend stuff. And even though we've still got those sweets in the pantry or in the fridge, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to consume them all to get rid of them. So, and it's not about feeling bad and going, oh, what's the point? I'll start back next month and I'll just let this go for another couple of weeks until all the food is finished. Whatever we're telling ourselves, I want you today to draw a line in the sand if you've had enough of feeling a bit blah, and let's get into taking some steps forward. So firstly, we're going to look at, so what area do you feel needs most change and improvement right now? Is it your food? Is it your energy level? Is it you sort of went a bit off track with your sleep? Is it your motivation? Is it that you got into drinking too much alcohol again and you're sort of reaching for another glass when you wouldn't normally? Or has the exercise just completely fallen off, and that week before Easter was quite busy as well? So are we thinking, I need to get back to the gym, or I need to start my walking again, I need to get back to that Pilates class, whatever it was, where do you need to start? So there's no perfect starting line. We just need to start somewhere and make some changes, because one thing I will tell you is that when we are talking about change, if we commit to a simple change that we might even feel is insignificant, we will be able to achieve it, which gives us momentum to add another change, and it gives us that motivation that we need. We do not feel motivated when we feel overwhelmed, like everything's going wrong and we need to fix everything at the one go. So first thing is, let's have some areas of focus. So you could focus on your nutrition and maybe do things like just clear out the chocolate, freeze it, use it in a recipe, put it away for something that you could use later on, but just get it out of your eyes view of it, and the families as well. Get it out of reach, just get it off the kitchen bench, wherever it's sitting, on the dining table, wherever it is, get rid of it. The next step is to just restock the fresh stuff, your cucumbers, your carrots, your greens, your protein like your chicken, your tofu, your fish, whatever it is that you need for the proteins to make some good wholesome meals. Then plan your meals so you're not relying on random snacks and you get stuck and there's activities on and you haven't planned for dinner. So creating a simple plan. And it could be as easy as just sitting down and going, okay, tonight we're going to do a spaghetti bolognese with some greens and a salad. Tomorrow night we're going to do a chicken stir fry loaded with veggies. The next night, and just go on like that. And even if you don't sit there with a detailed plan and a list of ingredients, just have an idea of what you are going to make. And what I find is that when we have even a basic plan, we can move in the direction of fulfilling that plan. So if I know I'm having a chicken stir fry, even while I may feel tired and not up to it, I know that I can go to the supermarket and locate those ingredients that I would need for that particular dish. So it might be refreshing your snacks, whether it be yogurts, nuts, veggie sticks, hummus, whatever it is. So if it's your nutrition that needs a reset, then let's think about some of the things that you can do. You may feel that it's your gut that's taken a bit of a beating with all the extra sugar. So you may want to start your day with warm water and a splash of apple cider vinegar just to help that gut health. You may want to just add in a serving of fermented foods each day, like kimchi or sauerkraut, just to one of your meals. Or if you're a bone broth person, you might want to take the bone broth out of the fridge or the miso and just have a cup. Let that replace your coffee. So you can choose something out of the nutrition realm or something out of the gut health. Or you might find that it's hydration that is gone astray over the last week or so. So you may find that you've stopped drinking water, which again makes you feel sluggy. It makes you feel hungrier. It gives you more brain fog. So you might commit as of today and go, hey, I'm just going to increase my water intake. Maybe try herbal tea in the afternoon to increase your water intake, or a sparkling water instead of wine or soft drink. Keep your bottle inside, your water bottle inside and in arm's reach all day so that you can just sip throughout the day, and it is a constant reminder. You may have found that maybe it's just, as I mentioned earlier, that an alcoholic drink has crept into your day, and then you're finding, okay, well, and then we've had another one and now we've gotten into the habit. So maybe you just need to rein that back and just go, okay, well, normally I would have a couple of glasses on the weekend and that's it. So you can move away from those alcoholic beverages every night and maybe have some non-alcohol nights, whatever it is for you. So you might just set yourself a weekly target and then instead try some nourishing drinks that can go alongside of your dinner. Things such as herbal teas or kombucha. I know that pales in comparison for those out there that are listening that enjoy a red wine, but we're talking about getting on track and feeling better, and this is definitely one of those things that's going to help. You might also find that it's a sleep routine, so you might find that you need to set a 30-minute wind down because your sleep has been irregular. You've been going to bed at irregular times, waking up at irregular times. So set a 30-minute wind down tonight, lights down, screens off, a stretch, a read, maybe a chamomile tea to wind down, and start to plan so that you're going to achieve 7 to 8 hours of sleep before the alarm is set. So look at the time that you're setting the alarm and then know what time you need to start to get ready to ensure that you are going to get those 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Now, if it's movement, you might find that you need to just book your session in. That could be your action as you're listening to me right now, or today is just to book that next session in, whether it's your gym session, whether you're booking into a scheduled class, or you're just adding a booking on your own calendar. Just do that booking now as we are. Open up your calendar. You can do it as you're listening in, making sure that you are also adding your cardio sessions in, or you might even just decide to do some stretching or some rolling out of a body that may feel a bit sore if you've been out camping and sleeping on irregular beds, or if you've just worked hard on the weekend to serve up a delicious Easter treat. So you might be feeling stiff and sore from standing all day and working. So whatever it is, small little steps and is all that you need to do. And you don't need to change all of those things that I've just mentioned. I've given you some ideas. Just pick one of those things that you can do today. Pack away the chocolate and maybe even a second one of just drink more water. Just pick 1, 2, maximum of 3 things and get them done today. Or then you can add an extra thing that you can do tomorrow and just let that momentum build as you are moving into healthy habits. And then before you know it, you are going to feel a hell of a lot better at the end of the week, rather than feeling like you haven't done anything to look after your own health and you've kind of been swept up with the busyness that life can be. So if you jump onto the Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, the Facebook group, I am going to throw that checklist up there that you can then print off and just go through and just tick the things that that you can do today, right now even, and then work back and just have a look at, well, what other things can you do over the coming week? Remember, we're not talking about overwhelm. We are just taking the next best step. Thanks for joining me on this segment from Wellbeing Wednesdays, as heard live on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who might find it helpful and subscribe so you never miss a show. Want to catch the live broadcast? Well, you can tune in Wednesdays from 12 till 2 p.m. on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM, or find my info on Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, the Facebook group. Take care, stay healthy, and remember, it's the little choices every day that create big changes. Talk soon.